What's up, my people? Welcome to the Brotha Monri podcast, where if you don't know, you gonna learn today. This show is all about motivation, drive, and success, and becoming a beast God designed you to be. Hustle, grind, repeat. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at Brotha Monri TV, all one word, Brotha Monri TV, TikTok and Instagram at Brotha Monri. This is episode 0, which is, in fact, a very special episode because it's where we finally break into the podcast world to spread this message of internal and external upgrading to become the best versions of ourselves over the course of a lifetime. And yes, it's a lifelong journey. We should never get to a point where we are not upgrading, growing, leveling up, maturing, and mastering our minds, emotions, and spirituality. So in this episode, we're going to have an overall powwow on success and what it takes to attain it on any level. So right off the top, let me clear the smoke and give it to you straight up and down like 6 o'clock on your watch. If you have no desire to be successful, if you have no thirst or hunger to be not only better, but the best manifestation of your God-given potential, then this ain't the show for you. And I'm simply being honest about that because I don't invite any negativity into my space. And I'm truly calling all hands on deck to a path of greatness, positivity, and inspiration. Now, I say that to say this. Everybody don't want to be successful. No. Some people only want the freedom that success provides and all the perks of achieving their goals, but they absolutely don't want the workload that it takes to get there. Now, normal people, that's the key thing. Normal people don't fantasize about the absolute pain and agony and blood and sweat, the sleepless nights and the sacrifice. The stuff that one must endure as a path of rights to true success. And yes, you're right. It is easier said than done. Make no mistakes about it. That's why most people only talk it. It's not easy at all, but it's very much worth it. Growth is absolutely painful, but it's beautiful. Muscles must be torn down to the deepest fibers in order to have the greatest results. Bones gotta crack and pop, and skin has to stretch and break in order to provide enough space to grow. And you have to be more than motivated to endure that process. You have to be driven, fanatical, and so deeply rooted into your vision that the lines between what you're working towards and where you're at right now at this point begin to blur. Now, what I mean is, you have to be so convinced of your calling that you begin to convince your current situation that your vision is more than just a fantasy. It's reality in the making. It's the DNA of your future blessings. Now, when you yourself are convinced beyond a shadow of a doubt of your destiny, will you truly start making moves and manifesting what God already got planned for you? But you got to put yourself in position to receive that level of inspiration. Yeah. Yes, you have to be open and honest enough with yourself and allow your weaknesses and flaws and mistakes to show their ugly faces so you can pick them out in a lineup, prosecute them, and put them to death. All right? Once you identify your opposition, then you can plan your attack. And that's a major key alert. Major key alert. Shout out to DJ Khaled. The major key is to plan. Plan on purging your circle, losing some friends, severing ties, shedding some life weight. Plan on the obstacle course that the journey has, in fact, manufactured for your education. Plan on what needs are going to arise and blossom into different needs and greater needs and more meaningful needs. Plan on new questions you must ask and honest answers you must give. Answers you must give yourself. And answers you must give those dependent on you. Now, to those who just simply want to question you, right? You provide them with sign language. Now, wait, when I say sign language, right? And when I say sign language, I mean speaking with your physical actions, not the flapping of your lips. Because everybody gonna speak the language audibly, right? But only the truly authentic gonna walk it out like a cross-country hike. Be about that work. Be about that grind. Get serious about it. And you won't keep waking up every morning hating your life. We need to get to the point where our current situation don't dictate our inspiration. No matter where you are in life right now. If you haven't made a casket or a coffin your home, then you, in fact, have the opportunity to make the most of the miracle that is, in fact, you. That's right, I said it. You're a miracle. I'm a walking, talking miracle. Yeah. There's no way, statistically speaking, that I should be in the position I'm in today. My journey has included a father that abandoned me, a mother who's overcome an addiction to crack cocaine, foster homes. I spent years in the penitentiary, years addicted to drugs, broken relationships, homelessness, etc. But yet, here I stand. But I'm not standing still. I'm in pursuit of a college degree, beautiful marriage, beautiful kids, grandkid, running an empire, public speaking, authoring a book. So don't tell me drive don't work. My drive is psychotic. Now, enough about me. Enough about me. Now, I'm going to go into a special segment of the show called Coach 911, where I read a letter from a follower who has an issue that needs some sprinkling. Now, if you want to write the Brotha Monri podcast, and you want me to drop some sauce on your situation, write me at mbryson1coach@gmail.com. That's MBRYSON, the number 1, coach gmail.com. So, the first letter is from Zian, 19 from Tulsa. Zian, that's a beautiful name. 19 from Tulsa. Shout out to Zian. Zian writes, Dear Brotha Monri, first off, I really want to thank you ahead of time for addressing my concern. I really need the advice and I'm anticipating your first podcast. I'm an up and coming photographer in the Tulsa area and I'm pursuing my own photography business. I just saved up enough money from a minimum wage job to secure a studio space. And I have a great following who's really anticipating my grand opening. The problem is, it seems the more steps I take toward my goals, the more distant my family is growing. I still try to make time for them, and we've always been so close-knit, but the vibes have changed and I'm feeling the hate. What should I do from here? Thanks again, lost and confused, Zian from Tulsa. Wow. Lost and confused, she writes. Well, thank you, Zian, for writing up to the show. Brotha Monri podcast. First, I must say I appreciate and I thank you for your support, but I want you to understand something. I want you to understand first off, Zian, that most of the time medicine don't taste that good, right? And what that means is please stay open to discomfort as I address your situations, right? And that goes for everybody else. The truth don't always sound nor feel good, but it's always good for you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, first off, I want to say I'm proud of you, Zian, and you should be proud of yourself for the current success in your business, right? It sounds like you have a vision and a plan, so stick with it. But the work ain't finished, so don't get comfortable. But Zian, please be careful in monitoring whom you allow into your inner circle. And this includes your family, right? This includes your family. During my years, I've discovered that the people closest to you can hurt you the most, right? I know you love your family as you should, and I'm pretty sure they love you. But sister, understand that God gave you your vision. He didn't give it to your family, right? He didn't give it to them. He gave it to you. So don't be surprised if they can't see it. And it's hard to understand things that they can't physically see, right? However, I don't justify the fact that your family has made you feel like they aren't supporting you, you know. But my advice to you, Zian, is don't be too concerned about the position your family takes when it comes to your life. You see, either they riding with you or they need to get out the car. And that don't mean break ties with your family and go your separate way in your particular situation, but you must protect your vision. Allowing negativity by way of influence from doubters, naysayers, and professional haters will only pollute the purity of your goals. If you hang around a campfire, you're bound to smell like smoke. And if you spend your time amongst a pack of dream killers, watch and see if your dream don't get sick and begin to decline in health until it finally flatlines. Zian, listen, your family may be intimidated by your drive. Most of my family don't and won't listen to my podcast, subscribe to my channel, nor tell me they support my overall dream. But you know what, Zian? So what?
That's quite all right. What they do don't knock no steak off my plate, nor put none on it. If I concern myself with what they thinking, feeling, or speaking about, then I'll take my eyes off my end game and end up building someone else's end game. And I don't like wearing other people's clothes. You feel me? Meaning, I'm not going to run my life on another person's terms. I know what God has for me, as should you, Zion. So don't change the game plan just because your family don't know the plays. Get real players on your team, right? So protect your vision, purge the roster of your team, and continue to be the absolute 19-year-old savage you are with no apologies or compromise, right? Now, I hope these words lead you to greater understanding and clarity for your situation. And that's straight from your main man, Brotha Monri. And this was this week's Coach 911 on the Brotha Monri podcast. Remember, you can write me at mbryson1coach@gmail.com. That's mbryson1coach@gmail.com. You can write it and I'll shed some light. So, now that we're coming to the end of the show, I want to shout out to my big cousin Juju, who's a great supporter and inspiration to me, and whom I will be interviewing on this show soon. All right? That's going to be amazing, so stay on the lookout for big cousin Juju. Now, I want to remind all of you to make up in your mind if you really want to attain success. And don't be superficial with the answer. No, don't be superficial, right? Be real with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Are you willing to take the necessary steps and all the sacrifices? Can you find comfort in discomfort and do what it takes to get the blessings you deserve? If that's so, then this is the show for you, the Brotha Monri podcast. Now meet me back here next week when we begin to crack open the clam and discuss valuing your time, right? If you don't see the value in yourself, then you won't value your time. And if you don't value your time, then you won't do anything valuable with it. Thanks for listening. This is the Brotha Monri podcast, where if you don't know, then you gonna learn today. Stay tough and stay on it. And remember, hustle, grind, repeat. Peace.